name is Shane Ann O'Leary and I am the Community and Partnerships Manager at Cabra-Vale Diggers. And I'd like to take the opportunity to welcome you. I'd like to start and introduce you to the Cabra-Vale Diggers President, Walter Robinson OAM. Walter is a Vietnam veteran and has seen active service in South Vietnam during the period of 1969 to 1971. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Walter Robinson, OAM. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Shane Ann. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome. Welcome to Cabra-Vale Diggers Remembrance Day Commemoration Service. This Remembrance Day service commemorates 106 years since the end of World War I. On Monday at the 11th hour, on 11 November, we'll pause to remember over 60,000 Australians who never returned from the First World War. The Australian sacrifice in World War I was the greatest our country would ever pay in wartime. More than 76,000 Australians were killed, wounded or missing. In this centenary of World War I, we remember the duties of the Anzac soldiers, which was to fight and die for the values and the freedoms that we all enjoy today. They were all volunteers who answered the call of their country, a country that will be forever grateful. World War I was supposed to end all future wars. In the 206 years since the end of World War I shows how wrong that statement was. Since the end of World War I, we've seen war after war, campaign after campaign, and thousands of Australians killed in war. In 1997, the Governor-General, Sir William Deane, issued a proclamation formally declaring 11 November be known as Remembrance Day, and urging all Australians to observe 1 minute silence at 11 a.m. on 11 November each year to remember all those who died or suffered for Australia in all wars and conflicts. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm honoured this morning to hand the rein over. I generally do this myself, but I'm very happy now to introduce you to your Master of Ceremonies today, our Club Director, Shane Burett, JP. Shane is an ex-serviceman. He's an ex-Timor veteran who served in Timor from September 1999 to February 2000. Shane's also a director here at Cabra-Vale Diggers. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Shane Burett.
Thank you, Walter. Corporal Crocker, post the guard. Ladies and gentlemen, please be upstanding for the posting of the guard. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. I'd like to introduce Aunty Gail Smith from the Gandangara Aboriginal Land Council, who will deliver the acknowledgement to country.
Just have to adjust this.
Good morning. My name is Aunty Gail Smith. I'm a proud Gurri Gulban from the Dunghutti Nation of Kempsey on the north coast of New South Wales. My family lived and breathed the Macleay region of the Manilian, from the saltwater coastal areas to the freshwater country upstream and the mountains country to the west. I'm a respected community elder and dedicated board member of Gandangara Local Aboriginal Land Council, located at 64 Macquarie Street, Liverpool. Gandangara Local Aboriginal Land Council is the statutory body constituted under the Aboriginal Land Rights Act 1983, New South Wales. Gandangara objects and function are set out in the Act to improve, protect and foster the best interests of all Aboriginal persons within 6 local Aboriginal government areas and other persons who are members of the Council. I would like to begin acknowledging the traditional custodians of the land we are on and pay my respect to elders past and present. We are gathered here this morning to acknowledge the traditional custodians and to recognise their continued connection to land, waters and culture. I extend my acknowledgement to all First People present here today. I would also like to acknowledge our dignitaries present at today's event, local MPs and councillors. Today, as we gather at the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month, we come together to honour the sacrifice made by those who have served in Australian Defence Forces. This significant moment marks when the guns fell silent on the Western Front, bringing an end to the hospital of World War I. Days like today and similar commemorative occasions hold profound meanings for veterans. They provide an opportunity for reflection, allowing those who have served to connect with the experience of their fellow servicemen and women. These moments remind us of challenges faced during and after service, as well as commemorating forms in faces of adversity. For veterans, these days are not only about remembering those who have fallen, but also about recognising the strength it takes to carry on and to ensure that sacrifice made all are never forgotten. As a community, we are responsible to honour those legacy and provide support to those who have continued to serve and bear the burden of their past. It is essential to recognise and sacrifice of all, including Aboriginal Torres Strait Island veterans who have served as often gone without acknowledgement. These commitments of and sacrifice impact our nation, and today we reflect on their sacrifice and acknowledge of roles in shaping our history. In addition to honouring our veterans, I'm proud to share that Gandangara is developing the Veterans Rehabilitation Centre alongside the Youth Diversion Centre. This co-design initiative addresses the needs of veterans while connecting with young people at risk of reoffending. It also promotes Aboriginal employment, volunteerism and mentoring opportunity, reflecting Gandangara's commitment to strengthen our community through meaningful programs. Before we proceed, I'd like everyone to join me in a minute of silence. As we pause, let us honour the bravery of our veterans and acknowledge their contribution. We also reflect on the ongoing struggle many continue to face. In this moment, let us remember those we have lost. Those stories and sacrifice remind us of the true cost of peace and the precious values of freedom. Could we have a minute of silence, please? Thank you for inviting Gandangara to provide the acknowledgement of country for this event and for respecting cultural protocol. Thank you and enjoy the day.
Thank you, Aunty Gail. I'd like to welcome to our service today Di Lee, Minister of Parliament, Federal Member for Fowler, Troy Vo, New South Minister of Parliament for Cabra-Vale and our club patron, Major Edward Farrell, Commanding Officer 1426 Squadron, 8th Signal Regiment, Warrant Officer Class 1 Kimberly Keily, RSM 2nd Health Brigade, Warrant Officer Class 1 Megan White, Chief Clerk 2nd Health Brigade, Detective Inspector Luke Scott of the Fairfield Police City Police Area Command, I just double up on that, and quite apologies, Sheridan O'Brien, ex-Korean war veteran, and our corporate partners, Gino Mara from MacArthur Bulls, Ronnie Warden from the Warden Group, and Mark Walker of Gold Security. Okay, we'd now like to introduce our keynote speaker for this morning, the RSM of 2nd Health Brigade, Warrant of Class 1 Kimberly Keily, who's an experienced soldier and is the Regimental Sergeant Major of the 2nd Health Brigade. From December 1988, the RSM has held many leadership roles, including 4 Regimental Sergeant Major positions, and has served in the Aviation, Infantry, Signals and Logistics units. Warrant of 1 Keily has tertiary qualifications in business and has extensive operational service, having deployed to Butterworth, Malaysia, Timor-Leste and Iraq. RSM Keily has been awarded the US Defence Meritorious Service Medal and 2 bronze commendations. Ladies and gentlemen, RSM Kimberly Keily.
Ladies and gentlemen, honoured guests, veterans and fellow citizens. Today we gather to commemorate Remembrance Day, a solemn occasion dedicated to honouring the bravery and sacrifice of the men and women who have served our nation in times of crisis and conflict. Each year, on the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month, we pause to reflect. A profound cost of freedom and valour for those who answered the absolute ultimate call of duty. As we stand in memory of our fallen heroes today, we must remember that they were not mere names etched on stone in our history. They were individuals with dreams, families, and aspirations. They left behind their loved ones to face uncertain horrors of war, driven by the commitment to protect the values we hold dear today, our freedom, our justice, and our peace. We honour those who fought valiantly on distant shores, those who endured unimaginable hardships and made the ultimate sacrifice for our nation. Let us not forget the contributions of all that wore the uniform, including those that served in peacetime and those that were wounded and continue to live with those battle scars today. Their courage in the face of adversity is an example to all of us. Today, as we lay our wreaths and observe the moment of silence, let us also reflect on the lessons learnt from our past and ensure that we don't replicate those. The horrors of war remind us of the importance of diplomacy, understanding, and compassion in resolving conflict. We must strive to build a world where future generations can live free from the threat of violence, a world where peace prevails through unity and cooperation. In this spirit of remembrance, let us also stand in solidarity with our active service men and women today. They continue to serve our country, often facing challenges that go unseen. As a community, we must ensure that they receive the support and recognition when they do come home or when they leave their service. As we conclude today, I invite you to all carry the memory of our servicemen and women, past and present, in your hearts. Allow their sacrifices to inspire us in our daily lives, to promote peace, foster understanding, and support one another as we navigate the complexities of this world. Together, let us pledge, by their legacy, to strive to create a better world, lest we forget.
Thank you, RSM. Okay, the reading and the Lord's Prayer. This morning, prayers will be delivered by Patrician Brothers College student Nathan Gelomaitis.
In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, for thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. In the name of the Father, and the Son, and of the Holy Spirit.
I'd now like to invite the students from Cabra-Vale High School to deliver the military poem.
1,000 men are walking side by side, singing songs from home, the Spirit as their guide. They walk toward the light, my Lord, they walk towards the sun. They smoke and laugh and smile together, no foes to outrun. These men live on forever, in the hearts of those they saved, a nation truly grateful for the path of peace they paved. They march as friends and comrades, but they do not march for war, step closer to salvation, a tranquil, steady core. The meadows lit with golden beams, a beacon for the brave, the emerald grass untrampled, a reward for what they gave. They dream of those they left behind, and know they dream of them. Forever in those poppy fields, there walks 1,000 men, lest we forget.
I'd now like to introduce Warrant Officer Class 2, Stephen Strawn. Warrant Officer Strawn is an experienced soldier. He has had operational service in the Falklands, Cyprus, East Timor, Iraq, the Middle East, Solomon Islands and Bougainville. He's been on various missions protecting the borders of Australia and is the Squadron Sergeant Major of 1426 Squadron. Ladies and gentlemen, for those that who can, please be upstanding.
They shall not grow old, as we that are left grow old. Age shall not weary them, nor the years condemn. At the going down of the sun, and in the morning, we will remember them, lest we forget.
Thank you, Warrant Officer Strawn. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. Okay, we'll now lay the wreaths in memory of those that have fallen. Okay, Walter Robinson, OAM, President of the Cabra-Vale Diggers Club. Boris Pavelski, CEO of Cabra-Vale Diggers Club. Di Lee, Federal Member for Fowler. Trevo, State Member for Cabramatta. Marie Saliba, Councillor on behalf of Mayor Frank Carbone, Fairfield City Council. Major Edward Farrell, Commanding Officer 142 Signal Squadron, 8th Signal Regiment. Ian Duncan and Kate, President 21st Engineer Support Troop, Vietnam. Anna Fan, President of the Mae Nguyen Thiong Association, New South Wales. Warrant Officer Class 1, Megan White, Brigade Chief Clerk, 2nd Health Brigade. Justin Che and Randy Lee of the New South Wales State Emergency Services, Fairfield. Detective Inspector Luke Scott, Fairfield City Police Area Command. Hank Restrada and Lawton Fox of the Royal Australian Engineers, Vietnam. Sheridan O'Brien for the Korean War veterans and on behalf of Ron Lovell. Janice Betts, Director Cabra-Vale Diggers, on behalf of Sergeant Gordon George Bush, Matilda Tanks, New Guinea, World War II. John Carter, Life Member, Cabra-Vale Diggers, on behalf of Ernest Carter. Barbara Crawford, on behalf of Ernest Gatehouse, World War I, and James William Belcher, World War II. Jennifer Tran and Jenny Tong of the Australian Tianmin Chinese Association. Hong Nguyen, President of the Vietnamese Labour Federation. Vin Lee, President of the Thai-Dok Association, New South Wales. Ty Van Lee, on behalf of Councillor Kate Hung, the Fairfield City Council. Jenny Webster, President of the Cabra-Vale Diggers Netball Club. Van Viet Nguyen, President of the Cabra-Vale Diggers Table Tennis Club. Chris Collins, President of the Cabra-Vale Diggers Golf Club. Jenny Chu, President of the Lions Club of Cabramatta and Cabra-Vale. Therese Ledang, Vietnamese Australian Women's Forum. Chung Duong, President of the New South Wales Vietnamese Elderly Friendship Association. Ian Hooper, President, Cabra-Vale Diggers Cobras Junior Rugby League. Anne Robinson, Cabra-Vale Diggers Ladies Auxiliary. Tu Lee, Labor candidate for Fowler. Uncle Tony from the Gandangara Land Council. Mark Walker, Gold Security. Gino Mara, Chairperson, MacArthur Bulls Football Club. Shane O'Leary, on behalf of Ken Chapman, Vice President, Cabramatta Chamber of Commerce.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I
schools represented here today include Bonnyrigg High School, Bosley Park High School, Cabra-Vale High, Cabra-Vale West Public School, Canning Vale Public School, Canning Vale High School, Fairvale High School, Freeman Catholic College, Harrington Street Public School, Miller Tech High School, Patricia Brothers College, Warwick Farm Public School, and Mary McKell Catholic College.
My chains are gone, I've been set free. My God, my Savior has ransomed me, and like a flood His mercy reigns. Unending love, amazing grace. The Lord has promised good to me. His word, my hope secures. He will my shield and portion be, as long as life endures. My chains are gone, I've been set free. My God, my Savior has ransomed me, and like a flood His mercy reigns. Unending love, amazing grace. My chains are gone, I've been set free. My God, my Savior has ransomed me, and like a flood His mercy reigns. Lord, He reigns. Unending love, amazing grace. The earth shall soon dissolve like snow. The sun forbear to shine.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Remembrance Day address will be delivered by Warrant Officer Class 1 Megan White. Warrant Officer Class 1 Megan White enlisted in the Army Reserve in April 1987 as a paid clerk whilst completing an apprenticeship as an electrician. In April 1992, she enlisted in the Australian Regular Army as a sapper electrician. In 1996, she undertook training as a clerk before transferring to the Royal Australian Ordnance Corps and has operational experience as part of it as Operation Resolute, the protection of Australian borders, and in Afghanistan. Warrant Officer Class 1 Megan White is currently the Brigade Chief Clerk at the newly formed 2nd Health Brigade at Victoria Barracks in Sydney.
Good morning, ladies and gents, boys and girls, to my fellow service men and women and those that have served. Today we will speak about mateship, what it means to be Australian, the Australian spirit, and what we as Australians and those that have made Australia their home have to be grateful for. Being an Australian also means enjoying a high standard of living with freedoms and opportunities that are not available in many parts of the world. The ability to send your children to school without fear of violence or discrimination, the freedom to travel and enjoy public spaces, the ability to express oneself are all precious privileges that Australians should be grateful for. These freedoms have been hard won through the sacrifices of Australian and New Zealand Defence personnel who have fought for them in wars and peacekeeping missions around the world. Their bravery and dedication have helped to protect and preserve those values and way of life that we enjoy today. We should not only remember the sacrifices of our service personnel on Anzac Day and Remembrance Day today, but we should be mindful of their contributions every day while enjoying those freedoms that they have fought so hard for. So the next time that you encounter a service person and express your gratitude for their service, consider the following response if they downplay their contributions. Remind them of the personal sacrifices they have made, such as missed family birthdays or kids' sports days. Ask them about their job, but respect the boundaries if they decline to share. Finally, inquire about their well-being and remind them that it's okay not to be okay, encouraging them to seek support if needed. When reflecting on those that have made the ultimate sacrifice, consider visiting a local war cemetery, such as the Sydney War Cemetery in Rookwood, the Cowra War Cemetery that houses both Australian and Japanese soldiers, the War Cemetery in Albury, the Sandgate War Cemetery in Newcastle, or the Wagga Wagga Cemetery that contains the graves of 40 engineer soldiers that tragically lost their lives in Australia's worst training accident. Visiting these cemeteries can serve as a powerful and humbling reminder of the sacrifices made by our service personnel. The world has significantly changed since the first Armistice Day, and while the governments and monarchy have evolved, the spirit of remembrance remains strong. The architects of the Armistice Day would likely be proud that the Commonwealth and nation continue to honour and remember those that have made the ultimate sacrifice for their country, lest we forget.
Thank you, Warrant Officer White. I'd now like to introduce Diane Solomon, who will lead us in Abide With Me. Please be upstanding if you can.
Lord, with me abide.
Thank you. Please be seated. Okay, I'd now like to invite the captains of Canley Vale High School, Mia Fenn, Andrea Tran, Lee Hong and Katie Nguyen, to lead us in Flanders Fields.
In Flanders Fields, the poppies blow. Between the grasses, row on row, that mark our place, and in the sky, the larks still bravely singing fly, scarce heart amid the guns below.
We are the dead, short days ago. We lived, felt dawn, saw sunset glow, loved and were loved, and now we lie in Flanders Field.
Take up our quarrel with the foe. To you from failing hands we throw the torch. Be yours to hold it high.
If ye break faith with us who die, we shall not sleep, though poppies grow in Flanders Field.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, for those who can, please be upstanding for the Australian National Anthem led by Di Solomon.
Australians, oh, let us rejoice, for we are one and free. With golden soil and wealth for toil, our home is the by sea. Our land abounds in nature's gifts of beauty, rich and rare. In history's page, let every stage advance Australia fair. In time for strength, then let us sing. Advance Australia fair.
Closing of address will be delivered by Mr. Troy Vo, member for Cabra-Vale and patron of this club.
I'd like to acknowledge the Cabra-Vale people of the Iraq Nation who are the traditional custodians of land which we meet here today, and pay my respect to the elders past, present and emerging. Thank you to the special guests, ladies and gentlemen. On this day, I recall a verse from the MC here last year, Major Walter Robinson, OAM. All gave some gave all. We will never forget them. On this Remembrance Day, we all come together to honor and remember those brave men and women who died, went missing in action, were wounded, and those and their families who are still suffering. Those heroes were defending Australia to ensure we could all enjoy the peace and freedom we enjoy here in Australia today. I am so proud to be part of this diverse community of Cabra-Vale. I am truly honoured to represent you and to be invited to this very important Remembrance Day commemoration service. These days we see service people spending much more time in Australians' local regions, not only conducting operations like Timor, Bougainville, the Solomon Islands, and Australia Border Protection, but also in humanity assistance and disaster relief following earthquakes, tsunami, and other natural disasters. These service people again put their health and safety at risk as those service people did who went before them. I take this opportunity this morning to recognize these contemporary service men and women and all the first responders, and thank you all for your outstanding service. Finally, I congratulate all those involved in this service. I especially recognise the President and his wonderful team of volunteers and other Cabra-Vale staff who are always dedicated to ensure this service is first class and recognises the significance and respect this service deserves. Thank you for making time to remember and respect our past and present heroes and committed service men and women. Thank you all.
Thank you, Tree. Ladies and gentlemen, for those that can, please be upstanding. Corporal Cocker, please dismount the guard. Thank you to 1426 Squadron. This concludes our service for today. Please feel welcome to join the President and members of the board for a light lunch and some refreshments in the club.